Every day, we're bombarded by distractions that try to steal our inner peace. Criticism, delays, unwanted opinions, disappointment. But have you ever asked yourself what sets apart those who collapse from those who walk through life with calm determination? It's not that unshakable people have fewer problems. The truth is, they've mastered something far more important: control of the mind. Now imagine moving through life without being shaken by anything. No more obsessive thoughts, no more emotional outbursts, just complete command over your emotions. In this journey toward unshakable calm, we'll explore practical tools and mental strategies that will help you remain centered even in the most difficult moments. Here's what's ahead. You'll discover the mindset of mental stillness and how to apply it to daily challenges. You'll master emotional detachment, separating your reactions from external events. I'll show you how to practice conscious indifference, deciding what truly deserves your attention. You'll learn to break free from the constant need for approval. You'll handle criticism with mastery, filtering what's useful and ignoring the rest. You'll gain powerful strategies to stay calm under pressure, especially when others crumble. You'll be guided in the art of letting go of what you cannot control. You'll discover how to use silence as a weapon of influence and discipline. And you'll develop daily exercises to train your mind for unshakable calm. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to face life from a new perspective, like someone who watches the storm without being swept away by it. Get ready to transform how you respond to challenges, because true strength comes from within. Life is noisy. Other people's opinions, daily frustrations, unexpected obstacles. But true strength comes from the art of strategic indifference. Picture a storm. Most people are swept away by the wind. But those with a steady mind, they stay rooted and let the storm pass around them. The secret? Learning to separate your emotions from external circumstances. When you let outside events control your inner state, you become a puppet, pulled by invisible strings. But when you train your mind to remain still, you become the master of your destiny. The world respects those who stay calm in chaos, who do not break under pressure. When you embody this mindset, you command authority without saying a word. You move through life with power, presence, and unshakable confidence. Emotional detachment doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means controlling them. Imagine being in the middle of a heated argument where the other person tries to provoke you. Do you react? Do you let their words control your emotions? Or do you smile unshaken, knowing their words hold no power unless you give it to them? Here's a truth to remember. Your thoughts shape your reality. What you focus on, you attract. When you allow external events to dictate your state of mind, you become a slave to circumstance. But when you take control of your thoughts and emotions, you become the architect of your destiny. Many people fail, not because they lack ambition, but because of emotional turbulence. They start strong, but give up at the first obstacle. But those who master detachment understand this. Emotions are just temporary sensations. They do not let fleeting feelings derail long-term vision. They persist because their mind is trained to see obstacles as stepping stones, not as walls. Society has conditioned us to care about everything: other people's opinions, their approval, their judgments. But real freedom begins the moment you realize most things simply do not matter. Next time you find yourself overthinking, ask this: will this still matter 5 years from now? If the answer is no, let it go. Conscious indifference is not apathy. It's prioritization. It's knowing that your energy is limited and choosing to invest it wisely. Not every battle deserves your fight. Not every opinion deserves your attention. When you stop reacting to every minor inconvenience, you take back control. You shift from emotional reactivity to strategic response. And that shift changes everything. Seeking approval is a trap. It places your happiness in someone else's hands. But the truth is, other people's opinions of you should never carry more weight than your own. The moment you let someone else define your worth, you surrender control of your life. True confidence isn't given. It's built through self-reliance, through the understanding that you need no one's permission to be fully yourself. The need for approval is rooted in fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of being alone. But the more you seek approval, the more power you give away. You become a prisoner to expectations, bending and twisting yourself to fit molds designed by others. And in doing so, you betray yourself. Criticism is inevitable, but how you handle it defines your strength. Most people crumble at the first sign of disapproval. They take every comment to heart, allowing it to shape their identity, dictate their actions, and weaken their resolve. But why? Criticism is just noise, words, opinions, and often it comes from people who don't even understand your journey. The truth is, criticism only has the power you give it. React emotionally, and you give away control. Filter it with logic, and you remain in command. There are two types of criticism: constructive and destructive. Constructive criticism is valuable. It helps you grow. Destructive criticism is meant to break you. Often it comes from jealousy, insecurity, or ignorance. Those opinions are meaningless unless you make the mistake of believing them. Pressure reveals character. Some collapse, others panic, but the strong remain unshaken. Why? Because they prepare their minds before the storm arrives. They understand that pressure is not an exception, it's a certainty. When you expect difficulty, you stop being surprised by it. The key is letting go of the need for control. Understand this: not everything will go your way. People will disappoint you. Obstacles will appear. Delays will happen. But you don't react emotionally. You respond with strategy, with calm calculation. Most people collapse under pressure because they resist reality. They expect life to be smooth, predictable, and easy. And when it's not, they freeze. But those who train themselves to embrace uncertainty, they adapt. They move with the chaos, not against it. Much of our suffering comes from attachment. Attachment to outcomes, to expectations, to things we were never meant to control. We cling tightly to how we think life should go, and when reality doesn't match that vision, we feel pain. But true mental strength lies in letting go. Imagine a river. The water flows around obstacles. It never resists. It never fights. It doesn't demand the rocks move. It doesn't stop flowing when it meets resistance. It adapts. That's the mindset you must adopt. Some things will happen, no matter how much you worry. The job that didn't come, the person who left, the setback you didn't see coming. You can resist and suffer, or adapt and move forward. The choice is always yours. In a world obsessed with noise, silence is a weapon. Most people speak just to fill space, to gain validation, to prove something. But the most powerful individuals speak less. They listen. They observe. They calculate. And when they speak, every word carries weight. Silence makes people uncomfortable. It forces them to question themselves, to wonder what you're thinking, to feel your presence without a single word. In conversation, the one who speaks the least holds the most control. Words reveal, but silence conceals. When you master silence, you shift the power dynamic. You gain control of situations, of perception, of influence. Your mind is your battlefield. The thoughts you allow in determine whether you win or lose. Doubt, fear, hesitation. These are enemies, and they must be conquered. The strongest people aren't the ones who never have negative thoughts. They're the ones who refuse to be ruled by them. To train an unshakable mind, you must build mental habits. Gratitude, to counter negativity. Discipline, to overcome laziness. Detachment, to eliminate suffering. Just as the body grows stronger through resistance, the mind becomes resilient through daily training. You can't expect mental strength in moments of crisis if you haven't prepared for the storm. Each day, train yourself to stay calm. Pause before you react. Breathe before you respond. Most people are slaves to emotion. They react impulsively, act from fear, collapse in frustration. But those who control their mind control everything. True power moves in silence. It doesn't seek attention. It doesn't need validation. It simply acts and lets the results speak for themselves. The loudest voice in the room is often the weakest, always announcing, always seeking recognition. But the strongest move quietly, strategically, with precision. If you want respect, stop announcing your plans. Stop explaining yourself to everyone. Do the work. Make progress. Success is not built through talk. It's built through action. The more you speak, the more you invite doubt, resistance, scrutiny. Scrutiny. But when you work in silence, no one sees you coming, and by the time they do, it's already too late. The strongest don't waste energy proving themselves. They let their success do the talking. They don't argue. They don't chase approval. They don't over-explain. They move with certainty, and that certainty commands respect. The moment you stop seeking validation is the moment you become unstoppable. The true magic of unshakable calm is not just staying composed during life's storms. It's realizing you've always had that power within you. Today is the day you begin to live differently. The next time you feel the urge to react emotionally, take a deep breath. And remember, you are in control of your mind, not the other way around. Emotions are like waves. They can be powerful, overwhelming, but they're also temporary. And you are the rock that those waves can't move. Start with small steps. When someone criticizes you, pause. When a setback hits, observe your reaction without being consumed by it. When you feel the need to explain yourself, practice silence. Day by day, moment by moment, you'll build an inner strength no storm can shake. And one day, looking back, you'll realize how far you've come, how powerful you've become in your calm. This is the power of unshakable calm. This is the path to a life of control, of inner peace, of inevitable success. Did this journey into the art of calm resonate with you? If so, know this is only the beginning. There is so much more we can explore together on the path to mastering your mind. If this message stirred something inside you, subscribe now to the channel, Napoleon Hill Mastermind Journeys. Every video is crafted to elevate your thinking and transform your reality. Now I leave you with a question for the comments. What is the situation in your life that shakes you the most emotionally? And how could you apply the art of calm to turn it into an opportunity for growth? Your answer may not only inspire you, but also thousands of others walking the same path. So don't hold back. Share your wisdom in the comments below. And remember, mastery isn't the absence of problems. It's remaining calm in the face of them. Until next time on Napoleon Hill Mastermind Journeys.